Your federal resume keeps growing and you can't cut a thing. This is the walkthrough, margins, fonts, spacing. We're gonna go through every section and how to get a long career into 2 pages. And we're gonna do this and not lose anything that qualifies you for the job. I'm gonna open up a Word document, follow along. You will have your federal resume rebuilt by the end. And if you didn't know, federal resumes, they are capped at 2 pages now. This was announced for the new merit hiring plan, but alas, it's okay. We're gonna figure that out. There's one move that will save 8 to 10 lines of space per position. So stick around, and this is usually one that rescues a long career. Let's go. Okay, so here we have our resume. As you can see, it's kind of in the federal format, but we're gonna fix it, and I'm gonna go through every step on how to do this. First thing, okay, this is very important. What we wanna do, before you type one word, you have to fix the layout. If you get this wrong, you will waste space, or you're just gonna run out of room. Ready for this? Margins, all right? 1/2 inch on all sides. The default is 1 inch. Way too much for this, okay? You're not turning this into a college professor, remember that. All right, so here's what we do. I'm using Google Docs for this. This is just more comfortable for me. A lot of people use Google Word. I, unfortunately, haven't paid for it, so I use Google Docs. Go to File. Now, you want to go to Page Setup, right here. This is your document, okay? And you will see the margins on the right side. Here we go. Now, what you want to do is set all of these to 0.5. This is for the top, the bottom, and the left. Click OK, and then I would set this as default. Boom. Cool. First thing, step 1. Next thing, spacing. This one's pretty important. For the spacing, we want single, not 1.5. We don't want double. We want single. And then a little space after each paragraph so that all your sections can still breathe. Select all of your text first. This is what you do. Control A if you're on Windows, or Command A on a Mac. Now, up in the toolbar, there is going to be the line spacing button. The little lines with the up-down arrow. Right here, line and paragraph spacing. Click it. Now, set this to single. The same space. Click Add Space after paragraph. Single spacing packs it tight, and the space after will keep it from looking like a wall, which is the best of both, okay? Next, font, right? Pick one and stick with it. This can be Arial, Calibri, Times New Roman, nothing fancy. You really don't need to do anything else. I'm gonna use Arial for this one. The body text will sit at 10 or 11 points. Body. Right here, 10. That looks good. Just make sure all of these bodies are 10. Your section headers, the ones like, for example, right here, professional experience, these should be larger. This should be 12 or 13 and bold. Never go below 10. You have to remember, a manager is reading hundreds of these. Tiny little fonts will tire their eyes out, and a tired reviewer drops you at the bottom of a pile, trust me. Now here's why all of that matters. Those settings just gave you about 750 to 800 words per page, and that is your whole budget. So everything from here is just deciding what earns a spot on the page. If you'd rather skip this setup, the free builder in the description has this already baked in, okay? But if you're doing it by hand, that's the setup. Okay, so now that the layout is done, we fill it in top to bottom in the exact order it should sit on the page. What we have right here is our contact information. Right at the top, contact info, 2 to 4 lines. You got your name, phone, email, city, and state. But remember, 2 to 4 lines. Your full street address for whatever people are starting to do this more often. I'm seeing it a lot. Don't put your full address, just don't. Put your city and state. And also what I like about Google Docs is it auto saves. For the summary, you want to keep this to 4 to 6 lines. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This needs to be compressed, okay? This is your 6-second pitch, because most managers, they will read your summary and your first job, and they will decide right there if they keep going. This right here is bloated, and so we should take this down. I'm gonna review it. I think I want to just take out a few lines We'll strengthen this up with best military resume. I don't really want to do this by hand because I'm kind of lazy, and let's face it, tailoring it for each job is really tedious. That's why I use BMR. You load it up. Total years of relevant experience right here. This is a military member. They were in the Navy and they worked at several bases in Virginia. They had a long career. How the heck do we get all of this information into 2 pages? For this information, right? Total years of relevant experience, your highest GS equivalent, and the 2 or 3 things that match the announcement. What you don't do is waste it on a dedicated professional with a passion for excellence. Don't write that. Please don't write that. That says nothing. To find those 2 or 3, you crack open the announcement, the job announcement. We're going to dive into that. And pull the specialized experience wording and match it to what you actually did. This is your blueprint, guys. This is gonna blow your mind, okay? What we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to do this. I'm gonna use best military resume. Again, you don't have to use it. So let's say we want to be a program manager. Well, here we are. We find one program manager, and a lot of times under the qualifications, this is your blueprint. This is basically the keywords that they look for. So if we take this job title, we're gonna copy it. We're gonna go into best military resume, and I want to tailor my resume to this job. We're going to click create new resume, federal resume, and paste the job description. Click extract. And boom. So what it does is it takes the entire job listing, gets the title, location, series, closing date, qualifications, all of the keywords that your resume needs to actually get filtered to a human. Because a lot of people don't realize if you're not meeting keywords, it won't go to a human, period. It will actually say that you're just not qualified. A lot of people don't know that. And that's why you tailor your resume for every single job. Okay, so basically what I did was I tailored my resume in BMR. You can download this as a Word or PDF. I recommend downloading as a PDF, but for this example, we're downloading as a Word and we're just editing it. I went in, I made some changes. I wanted to tailor my resume to the job. I changed the titles and just made my summary a little bit shorter here. The big one, work experience, professional experience. This eats up 60 to 70% of your whole resume, right? So right here, professional experience, type this, or work experience, up to you. Every job will need a title, the employer, and the city and state. If you're military, you have the title, the location, and basically what you did. For federal resumes, this is a requirement. How many hours you worked per week. Kind of annoying, but it's there. And the dates that you did it. So those are the 2 things that are required. Do not skip them. It's your dates in day, month, year format. And again, your hours per week. You actually put the hours in, and people leave it blank and it will hurt them. So couple things are optional: GS, grade, or pay band, and your supervisor's name and phone with may contacts. It's nice to have, it's not required. Then your bullets, you've got 4 to 8 of them. Your newest, most relevant job gets the most bullets. Older jobs and stuff that doesn't match, drop that down to 2 to 4 max. Here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit of summary of what we did. Again, this resume is completely tailored to that USAJOBS posting that we had to match the keywords so that we can actually get filtered to a human in the first place. But education, let's go to that one. If we scroll down, you see this, keep this to 4 to 8 lines if you can help it. You've got your degree, school, graduation year. GPA only if they ask for it, or in my opinion, if it's a 3.0 or higher. Otherwise, just leave it off. I personally will never include my GPA. For military schools, only list the courses that actually fit the job. Not every course that you sat through. Basket weaving, all this random courses, do not list them if it doesn't apply to the job, please. Certs, and then we'll get into clearances. Last section for this one, list your certifications that are relevant to the job. How can it help you? If, let's say it requires Security Plus, list Security Plus or CCNA. For your clearance, this one will go at the top. You want this, boom, right there. Security clearance, citizenship, US citizen, and have your clearance. For this one, we will add it. So on BMR, it actually lets you add your clearance. We will do this, and then veterans preference we have as well. As you can see, if we look right here, it adds your clearance for you. You've got your citizenship and your veterans preference, so you don't have to manually add it. So that's where you would add it in here. If you go to security clearance, you can do that. And also make this bold. Citizenship, bold. And then that's where you would add your veterans preference. Now, if you've got a long career, this is where people panic. 20 years, 6 duty stations. How does that fit? Here's the rule. This is what I promised you guys. This is what's gonna save 8 to 10 lines, okay? It's very, very simple. Whew. Remember, focus on the last 10 years. That's what OPM criticizes the most, okay? That's where your space goes. And anything older than 10 years, you squeeze it into a small block or 2 to 3 bullets. Bundle it, consolidate it into an earlier career. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 paragraphs for our earlier career. And guess what? This speaks to the job. It's clean, it's consolidated, and we don't have the same job at the same base, and it just looks nice. And look what just happened. 3 entries of different sections and whatever. This just became 1, and you didn't lose a thing. And that is completely OPM compliant, and it just saved you 8 to 10 lines per position. Do that across a 20-year career, and you've bought back half of a page. So this is the same idea with collateral duties. If you were a representative, safety officer, voting assistants, whatever, unless the announcement actually asks for one of those, it does not earn a line. Do not put it on this resume, okay? Here is the whole game on the 2-page resume. Every single line has to connect back to the job you're applying for. If it does not tie back, it takes up space, and so you could use something way better. If we want to talk about the bullets specifically, the HR person is checking one thing. Do they prove that you had the experience the announcement asked for? So every bullet is the same shape, action verb, what you did, the scope, and a number for the result. If it doesn't have a number, add it. If you want to rewrite a good bullet, here is an example. We've got supervised 34 personnel as quality assurance supervisor, right? We've got a number, we have what we did. And again, this one can be tweaked a little bit more. There is a lot of jargon in here. However, you can translate that with Best Military Resume. It does everything for you for free, and with literally just a click of a button. So here's what skipping this costs you. Referred or not referred usually comes down to how you described the same experience. Now remember, bloated resumes, they bury people under walls of text. So you did the work, but the manager just never gets the part that proved it. And some of you might be thinking, well, it won't work for me. My MOS is weird, 20 years, 6 duty stations, but that's okay. It actually works in your favor. Consolidate the repeats and compress the old stuff. And also cut the collateral duties, please. And the founder of BMR, Brad, he's a Navy vet, and he put it like this: a federal resume isn't necessarily a record of everything that you did. It's a targeted argument for why you qualify for the job. So, half-inch margins. 1. Single spacing, 10 or 11 point. Work experience at 60 to 70%. And consolidate. Focus on the last 10 years. Put a number in every bullet. You can build yours free at Best Military Resume. Links in the description. Go get referred. See ya!